for staying with us. It's still the conversation, and you know how we do it on Fridays. We talk about anything and everything that has to do with entertainment, anything soft that can cool tempers from Monday and, gradually glide us into the weekend. This morning on this segment, we're talking about Lagos, Nigeria's entertainment hub. And yeah, we're looking at it from a different angle. We're not talking about Afrobeat, we're not talking about Nollywood today. But we have, a very important guest with us, Omoboyejo Oyewusi. It's Boye, right?
Yes, it's Boye.
It's Boye. He's a stylish photographer. That's new, right? How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you
Since
too?
Monday, I've been hearing about, telling stories, with pictures. Mr. Governor also, had one on Monday where a particular photographer told Mr. Governor's story with pictures. And coincidentally, we have its way here coming to tell us about stylish photography. What does that mean?
Okay, so I like to call myself the stylish photographer because I noticed that growing up in this space, a lot of photographers do not pay attention to the way they look and to the way they dress out. And I remember growing up, most photographers I would say wear danshiki, and like that was just their
They wear danshiki.
Danshiki, yes, or they had dreads, or there wasn't just. It was just more about the work that they were doing and how, and
Okay,
not
they
the
were
way
not
they
paying attention
look.
to-
They were not paying attention
how
to
they
their
look,
style
yeah.
and all. And starting photography for me, I started from fashion. I wanted to be a fashion designer, but I felt like it was going to be a lot of hands-on work than photography. So
You didn't start it at all. You only had it in your head.
shape fashion design.
Yes.
And I actually started.
okay.
I learned how to sew. I got to know the basics. I already know how to use a machine, but it felt like a lot of sitting down work. And I'm the kind of person that likes to be active. I like to go out. I like to be outside. So I was like, okay, let me just do photography. And I started with fashion photography. So over the time, I became a fashion and lifestyle influencer. And I was like, okay, how can I mix the both of them together? Then I called myself the stylish photographer. So everywhere you see me outside, I am dressed extra.
Okay, I was just saying, is it extra or awkward or oddly? Which one is
Extra,
it?
extra,
Okay,
extra.
it's extra.
Like, to the point that you will ask that, is this the photographer or is the model?
Or is the model? Okay, Boye, talking about photography now, everybody admires, the finished product. Without understanding what happens,
Behind the
to have
scenes.
such a beautiful product out there. What does it take, to come up with beautiful photographs? There was a day I was watching, I saw a lady who was saying, oh, when I tell people my price, they go, oh, you're too expensive. I started bringing out all her work
Equipment,
tools. Yes, all her equipment. And I was seeing, 5 million, a particular lens, 3.5 million. And I said, okay. So let's talk about what happens behind the cameras.
What happens behind the camera? I think one of the things that makes a great picture is the experience. So, the experience that you get from, or that I get from photographing somebody, or the experience I'm giving the person, is what is going to give us our final image. Like, for example, whenever a client comes to my studio, the music, the vibe, the energy is positive. So I want to make you very comfortable so that you'll be able to give me your best. Because photography for me is not just capturing images, it's showing that the best version of that particular person. And what better way to show the best version is to make the person comfortable and happy in your space. So aside from, the equipment, makeup, hairstyling, I think just the general mood of that particular place at that time is going to give us the best picture.
One thing I find interesting these days, especially on our social media platforms, is capturing children. You don't do it? You don't do children?
Mm. I do it for an extra fee,
Well,
so it's more
of course
expensive.
it should come
It's more expensive than it's stress. Children are stressful.
They are. Also, that
Children
was
are stressful.
that was you don't have the patience, because that's what I'm still saying, that let's talk about what happens behind the cameras. Children, why don't you do children?
I mean, it's easier now that there's AI.
You want to turn the children to
no
AI?
now. So I mean, for example, now so when we want to shoot children, we put these things into consideration. We
Okay.
put props, we put set design, and I think the timing as well. You should know when your child is active. So don't bring your child very early in the morning.
Can you predict a
now,
child?
Now sometimes you can.
Okay.
You don't bring your child very early in the morning. You don't bring them late in the evening. At least midday, we know that the energy is in between while they are still very active and while they're almost getting tired. So, and also the reason why I said AI is, I mean, now there are so many. What we can do with AI is uncountable. I've had pictures where the eyes of the child is going this way. So now with AI, now we can center the eyes back to face the front. Now with AI, we can put props and other things into the picture.
Have to have the physical.
Yeah, so we don't need to. So now
I
I will just take the picture in the plain background and we use AI to put all the props in it. So now now it's calmer. Before I would say no.
Don't you think AI generated, AI assistance is now making your job, or making you feel lazy or look lazy?
It's not. I mean, even with the AI, so it's not as easy because it's not the final AI work I will give you. So it's not the final AI work I will give you.
Okay.
When I generate my things from AI, I still bring it back into my system to try to blend it into the image. So there's still like a process to it. Okay. And a lot of people know AI images when they see it. So it's now part of our own work to make it not look so artificial.
Okay, let's talk about Lagos, because our topic for today is Lagos, Nigeria's entertainment hub. When they ask you to describe Lagos, or everyone agrees Lagos is Nigeria's entertainment capital. But if I ask you again, beyond Nollywood and Afrobeat, what else will you talk about creative when we're talking about Lagos?
Lifestyle. Now the lifestyle or the entertainment industry is very, very vast, especially when it comes to lifestyle, content creation, photography, creative direction, and arts. So aside the film and music, there's a very, very large space of content creation. Now the content creation now spans into photography, filmmaking, and the rest of that. So yes, Lagos is the entertainment hub, and there's just a very, very huge uprising of content creators. So now we have more exports to the world from Nigeria from content creators. I mean, recently they took some content creators to Ireland to experience drink making. So, and it happens from time to time. They fly creators from outside Lagos to abroad to experience things and to share their stories. And I think I'm happy about that now, because it's now giving more room and more space for more people to come and learn something new.
But why Lagos? Why must everybody come to Lagos to be successful?
I mean, that's where
especially as a creative.
That's where everything is happening. Where else do we want to?
There's
where
Abuja.
else? People come to Abuja to have. People come from Abuja to Lagos to have fun.
Okay.
People come from. I mean, it's calmer in Abuja, but in Lagos is busy.
Where the hustle is.
Yes, Lagos is. So there are more stories to capture in Lagos, and we need more storytellers.
Okay, we need more storytellers. So, don't you think that Lagos is now becoming too choked up for creatives? Because you said you just said something that some people were taken from Lagos. Are they not doing, disservice to creatives by not looking elsewhere?
So, as I said earlier, so because a lot of things are happening in Lagos, it just makes sense that, and I won't call it oversaturation. I will just say that, and that's the same thing I tell photographers. I feel like the sky is big enough for everybody to fly. So everybody needs a photographer, everybody needs a content creator. Almost every makeup artist now needs a content creator to create content from the work that they do. Everybody's doing their birthdays. I won't say because I'm a photographer, I will photograph myself for my birthday. Obviously, I need a photographer.
Why not? Why can't you take your own pictures?
I have just 2 hands.
No, I can't you set a camera and then go and stay in front of it and
it won't be like it won't. So there's an experience.
This is my little phone.
Yeah, you take pictures yourself. Yes,
and different poses.
But it's still different when somebody takes your pictures.
It might not be professional, but you can still do those things. Photography has evolved, from just event coverage. What else?
Family portraits.
And family portrait. It has now become a major commercial business. How did we get there with this?
So I think it's just the realization that that's an important industry.
Everything is an important anything you Gen Z is lay your hands upon, becomes an important industry.
It's important because I heard now that there's a rule that you don't use non-Nigerian models in campaigns and billboards now. I heard there's a rule like that now. So, and that's more work for us because now they don't have to fly in photographers from abroad to come and shoot major campaigns for us here in Nigeria. There are people that can do the work here, and it's important. So there's no, just imagine the brand that wants to shoot a campaign for billboard, for TV, for social media. It's already showing the importance of the photographer.
I'm sorry, my producer asked me to quickly run something. And it's about the accident, that the multiple accidents that happened along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Kara Axis. And this is coming from LASMA and other emergency agencies. Right now, they have confirmed, of course, a tragic multiple vehicle collision on Kara Bridge inward Muwe Bafo, which claimed the life of a motorboy and necessitated a comprehensive multi-agency emergency response involving several sister agencies. The devastating incident, which occurred in the early hours of today, precipitated an unprecedented traffic gridlock stretching from Kara Bridge through Beja to Otedola Bridge and beyond, with substantial spillover onto the Isheri Oluwura and Ogunyosi corridors. Yes, we've been talking about this, and the LASMA has come out to confirm this and to tell people that, if you have plans traveling on that axis like me today, I don't even know what I'm going to do. You should try and find alternative routes. Now back to our discussion on Lagos, Nigeria's entertainment hub, with its Boye. We're talking about the evolution of photography from normal events and portraits into a big commercial business. So you can continue.
Yeah, so as I was saying, so with every year, with every time, we get to see the importance of photography. And I like the fact now that almost every upcoming photographer is good. Because when I was just starting out, you could easily tell between an established photographer or an experienced photographer with an upcoming photographer. And there wasn't so much access to equipment. Now there are so many platforms that rent out equipment at affordable rates. So every upcoming photographer has access to good equipment to produce good results. And I would say, like, that's one of the things that has made it more bigger. That's made it, that expanded it.
What about social media?
Yeah, social media, of course, of course. I mean, social media is free to use, so there's space for even an upcoming photographer to post his images, and it can go viral. And now that with content creation and TikTok, it's easy for people to now see you.
How big is this business? Is this photography business? Because I just used to see photography as a passion, hobby, and until I started seeing the likes of, am I doing adverts for him? Amadiobi, you know, fantastic. You trained with him.
Yes, yes.
Yes. How big is this business of photography?
At this point, we should start saying that photography is an industry on its own.
Okay.
Because I mean, I have my company registered as a business, and I have staff that I pay. So I think that's enough to tell you that we're making good money. And there are different ranges. There are photographers that for the same job that I will collect maybe like 2 million, they'll collect 10, 15, 30, 40. So there are projects like that pay as high as 100 million naira for photography alone. So it is that big.
It's that big. Okay.
It's that big.
Do you think Lagos, you know, has, I'm going back to this question, do you think Lagos has intentionally built an entertainment economy, and can it be, you know, taken elsewhere in Nigeria? Intentionally. Nobody can see beyond Lagos
That
for
question,
now.
that question is very hard.
Nobody can see
I remember in 2019, I got to do like the first half of my NYSC in Cross River. And I was just there. I wasn't doing anything.
What year was this?
That was 2018, 2019.
Okay.
2018, yes.
Okay.
And I had to redeploy back to Lagos because everything was already moving. People were already moving on. And that's how fast things. So once you decide to leave Lagos for a good amount of time, when you come back, you have to start again. So that means like everybody's coming in. There's one person that's going to, if you are too expensive for one person, they'll move on to another person that can do the job. And that's how it is.
Okay, let's talk about photography again. We now see that entertainment, you know, depends, you know, a lot on visuals. Has photography now become just as important to an artist's success?
It depends. What kind of artists?
Afrobeat, actor, singer.
Oh yes, yes, of course. Yes, I mean, I photographed Yemi Alade and Tiwa Savage, and
what did you do? What exactly did you do with the celebrities?
I take their pictures. I take their lifestyle, behind the scenes, and glam. And I can say that we have a great role of shaping impressions that people have about them. I remember when I just started. Yes, through photography. I remember when I just started shooting Yemi Alade. I had a couple of people tell me that, that they can see a difference in Yemi Alade's style, and I was like, okay, I'm shooting her now, so you can see it, and it's very important because it is through photography that they can also tell their own stories. And also show other sides of them. I mean, there's content creation and there's videos as well. But, I mean, their album art is photography. Their magazine covers, photography. Do you get? So, yes, it goes a long way in shaping the artist.
I'm trying to understand one thing. You said content creation. So, as a content creator, do you have to be a photographer? Or a photographer can also develop content? Because we see these days when you attend
events,
graduation graduation ceremonies now, you hear, what do you want to become? And you hear, I want to become a content creator. Is that a job on its own?
Yes,
does it come with photography?
So it's a content creator doesn't have to be a photographer, but a photographer can be a content creator. Yes. So now content creation for photographers can be like, okay, behind the scenes videos, or maybe tutorials and stuff like that. But content creation on its own is an industry too, like photography. So it's safe to say that you can graduate from school and say you want to be a content creator. They are full-time content creators, and they get paid sometimes higher than we photographers. Yes. So there are sometimes that, because I'm also a content creator, and there are sometimes that there are some brands that have campaigns they want to do, and they pay us to create content. Even sometimes when there are events that are happening, they pay content creators to attend the events so that they can post content from the event. Now they now get different kinds of content creators. So there's lifestyle content creator, there's food content creator, there are skit makers, there is the comedy content creator. All of them have.
Can you ever catch up with
I mean, like
people?
it's now more ways to make money.
Okay.
And there are different. I mean, I attended a creator accelerator program, so it was just a program to help us understand both the creative side and the business side of content creation. So, I mean, for that to exist, that means they've seen the importance of content creation.
Okay. For photography, I'm not a picture person. I think I used to. I don't know what happened to me. Maybe I became older. So I just stopped taking pictures. Do you know I've never done a photo shoot?
Why?
Never ever done it. I don't know. I'm
You
not a picture person.
you should come and do a photo shoot.
What makes your own work different? Because to me, picture is picture. And once they glam you up and you photographers, you do all the what is it you do after
editing,
all the editing
retouching.
and all, you know, retouching, yes, that's the word. All the retouching. Everybody still looks good. You know, for me, I don't care who takes the picture. But for someone like you, what makes you different? You know, as in when I see your picture, I'll say, oh, this, I hope so one day. Oh, this is from Boy, this is really nice, because for me, all pictures, they look alike.
So I think for me, I am more keen on the experience I give them when they come to take the pictures.
Okay. Take us through.
Yes, so because I mean I've had clients that I've shot before say that, oh, when they went to shoot with this person was just taking a lot of pictures and a lot of pictures and a lot of pictures and a lot of pictures, and it was just stretching it until they were tired. Now for me, within the first 5, 10, 15 minutes, I've gotten my pictures. And so, because I don't want you to be tired.
Okay.
And the more tired you get, the harder it becomes for us. So you start losing interest.
Nobody ever looks tired.
I mean, it's because a lot of editing has gone into it.
Because always bring out the best.
It's because a lot of editing has gone into it. That's why. For me, it's the experience. When you come, and I've gotten a lot of jobs based on referral. So I would say that at least in a week we are shooting 2-3 times based on the stories that people have gone to tell. Oh, we enjoyed working with him. It was fast. It was good. We had a great time. And it's that great time that translates into the images that I give you. Now, different photographers have different style of edits. So some photographers, when you see their pictures, you know, okay, this person shot it. For example, Kelechi, for example, T.Y. Bello, and some other people. But I have commercialized myself in such a way that I can be able to reach any market.
Okay.
So if you need me to shoot a baby, I'm available. If you need me to shoot a party, I have my team available. If we are shooting billboard, I'm available. If we're shooting fashion, I'm available.
Okay. So how expensive now is it today to build a photography business in Lagos?
I mean, if we compare it to a few years ago, it's not as expensive anymore because of the availability of equipment to rent. Now, for example, if you're an upcoming photographer, you can boldly charge an amount because you know that from that amount you're going to use it. You can rent equipment to shoot. So that way you keep shooting until you be able to save up to buy your own camera. I mean, I've had situations where I know someone that started his videography with his phone, and he built it to a point where even his phone videography begins to look like camera videography. But I had to emphasize that he needs to get a camera, and he was able to afford to get a camera. So it's different from before that to lay your hands on a camera to even rent, you'll be spending so much money. But now there are so many platforms there that we even, and there are competitions, there are contests online that you would do that you will win a camera or you win an equipment. So it's not so expensive, except if you want to go big from the beginning. Then you now start looking at your studio space, equipment. Now you have to register your business, do your tax documents and all of that. So, but if you are starting small, you can always rent until you are able to afford to buy your own things. And if you are focused and you are good at what you do, 3, 4, let's just say like 6 to 1 year, 6 months to 1 year, you should be able to put yourself together.
You've not even mentioned any amount. Why are you avoiding
that?
Okay. You can't put a price to it.
I mean,
now.
Is it with like the basics? The basic equipment to start. We can be looking at, for starters, we can be looking at maybe like 2 million to 2.5.
Oh, okay.
That can get your basic startup kit.
Startup kit, okay. And the studio?
No. Studio, okay. Studio alone is going to collect 2 million now.
There are lots of young people here, listening, and they want to know. They want to know what it.
For me now, I have shares in a studio. I don't have my own studio. Okay. Because I feel like it's going to be a lot of work for me to maintain, and I have to pay more staff.
I don't want to tie money.
And I don't want to. Do you understand? Yeah. So there are studios, a lot of studios that are available for rental.
For rental, okay.
And they go as low as from 15K to as high as 100K.
Depending on the number.
Depending on the space.
Okay.
So there are different spaces. There are like all these like content studios now on the island that they charge as much as 100K per hour. Okay. And the studio I use charge as low as 17,000 naira per hour. And I get to do what I want to do in the space.
You mentioned something earlier about training, that you attended a training. Does Lagos have, other training spaces for creatives?
I mean, personally, I've seen a couple of private institutions that offer training, and even some photographers too that offer training. Like the one I attended now is seasonal. So maybe like once a year, they just announce that, okay, there's this creator accelerator program. But there are so many. There's the one that Google does, there's one that YouTube does. So it's just, I think, as an upcoming photographer or a content creator, it's just best to keep your ears open. Now, social media platforms have been created in such a way that is what you want to see that you see. Do you understand? So if you are the type that just watches random content, if you want to be a photographer, you will not see anything related to photography. It's mostly just the random content that you consume. But the moment you search or you even have that conversation, you see the way you have had this conversation about shoots now.
Shoots, yeah.
I can give it to you tomorrow. You start seeing behind the scenes of photo shoots on your Instagram. That's how it is. Yeah. So it comes from the intention. By the time you start searching, have you experienced something before that you Google for a freezer, like the price of a freezer, and before you know on TikTok you are seeing prices, different freezers with different prices?
Let me tell you the one that happened to me. I was talking about it, and the next
day
on social media,
you saw it.
I saw it.
So it's the Creator Accelerator program that I was selected for. I was just talking to my friend about it, that I think I want to go and learn more about content creation, and so because my friend is a content creator as well, and it just popped up. And one thing about me is that I do not run away from opportunities to learn. Because even when I was in the creator program, there were some of the speakers, they were like, boy, what are you doing here? You should be on this side speaking. But I mean, I was like, I wanted to learn, and I learned a lot from it. So I think people should just be intentional about what they want to do with their lives. That way, the universe just aligns with you and shows you opportunities.
I love the way you're talking about your craft. So is talent enough, or you must also be properly trained, and you must have passion? How does it work? Talent, which one comes first? Passion, talent, training, which one?
So I think The intention first.
Okay.
The intention,
Which is
then
passion.
yes, the passion,
Okay.
then the talent,
Okay.
then training, then relationships,
Oh,
then
let's talk about.
networking.
Okay, let's talk about relationships.
Yes. So, like relationships now is very, very important. The kind of people that you surround yourself with is very important when you have a focus.
Okay.
Because now you can have the talent and you can train yourself and all of that, but if you're not around the people that can also see the future for you, you're just going to be going around in circles. And I would say that one of the things that helped me till now is the kind of relationships I've been able to build over the years and the kind of friendships that I have. I remember in 2014, I got to intern at Lagos Fashion Week. And I mean, it wasn't anything that had to do with photography. It was fashion generally because I love fashion. And I was able to make friends with a lot of people that I would say today now at the top of their industries. Talk of fashion, styling, creativity, art, and all of that. Everybody that we all interned at that time, we can say, okay, we can call each other's names in different rooms for opportunities. Do you get? So now they've gotten to a place where, oh, someone says, oh, we need a photographer. And they can say, oh, I know someone, his name is Boy, oh, you should know him. And we are plugging each other. So that's the work of relationships. Now, networking, I am never in my house. If you come to my house and you see me out, or maybe I'm resting to go out again. And I took some time out, which was 2024. I took that year to be able to build my network. So I was attending every event. If you think of movie premieres, I'm there. If you think of music concerts, I was there. If you think of
working
art
or
exhibitions,
just
attending as guests.
As guests, okay.
And I used to tell people that going to events with your camera and attending as a guest will give you two different results. Now, and this is from personal experience. I remember when I used to go for events then with my camera. This is like 2015, 16, 17. And the best I'll get is a WhatsApp number from a celebrity. And once I send the picture, the conversation ends there. But when I started attending events as a guest, the networking was different in such a way that now we have conversations. All of us are in VIP together. I would try my possible best to also that VIP invite. And we are having conversation on collaborations. Oh, what can we do together? We are following each other on Instagram already. So I'm already building a network with that person. And I would say that's the way I've even been able to work with the top people I've worked with today, or even the advertising agencies I work with today, is based on being in the same room and feeling like we are all on the same level. And now it's not a matter of, oh, I want to work for you. It's a matter of how can we work together. And I always tell photographers, you dress up and you go out.
Like the stylish.
Like, do you get?
It's Boye.
You dress up and you go out because they will respect you more. Once they see you with your camera like that, they're like, oh, it's just one of the photographers for the events. Once they send me my picture, that's it. That's where it ends. I'm
enjoying this conversation, but there's one more question I need to ask you before we go. What's the greatest misconception about creatives in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria today?
That they are jobless. They feel like creatives are playing. And you know that this thing that looks like play is a lot of work. I want to mention one content creator. I don't know if you know him. Jay on Air.
Yeah.
It's
the most ridiculous.
It's that ridiculous content you see.
God.
That ridiculous content you see, it's a lot of scripting, planning, wardrobe, lighting, camera that goes all into that. And if you notice sometimes, some of his content, you just hear him, so why don't you just buy this cup? You know it is from this brand. He's getting paid to mention that brand, but you are so carried away with how funny the content is. Do you understand? Yeah. And it's a lot of work, and he gets paid a lot of money for that, and he gets flown around the world for content like that. And imagine let me give you another example of one girl. She always talks about She always talks about drinks, how to make different
we have to round
cocktails.
up.
Yes, how to make different cocktails in your house. Have you ever seen that content before?
No.
Presently, she's in Ireland
Mm-hmm.
because of the kind of content that she creates. So that
You're
people
not
should
jobless
stop.
people.
We're not jobless. So
Okay. It's Boye has said it all, and he said something very, very important. They're not jobless people. They're not wasting time. Thank you very much. Omoboyejo, Oyewusi, it's
Thank
Boye,
you.
the stylish photographer. We've been talking about creatives. We've talked about Lagos, Nigeria's entertainment hub. He said, look, if you don't come to Lagos, forget what you are doing. You cannot blow, Abi. Is that what you have said? You have to be in Lagos to blow. We'll be right back after this short break.